Hey, this is Joe Blasco, and I want to talk to you about preliminary shading. All right, what is preliminary shading? All right, well, preliminary shading is really what you do to the area of the face where you know you want to shade. All right, what you do to that area first before you actually shade with an actual shading color that you've made by taking your base, adding brown to it, mixing that together to create a darker shade of base, and then by adding a little black to it to add a little gray to it. All right, so that's your shading color. All right, and I've taught you how to do that in one of my other posts, and if you didn't see it, then look back into my past posts and look for it. Okay, now, so preliminary shading is this. You're working, let's say you have three colors: a light, a medium, and dark foundation. All right, like special light, all of number 1, 2, and 3, or special medium, all of number 1, 2, and 3. All right, you have those three, and let's say the number 2 is your foundation color. All right, well, the number 1 you're going to be using as your highlighting. All right, but the number 2, and by the way, if you're going to use the number 1 as your highlighting, you mix a little bit of it into your foundation, so you have a base tone relationship, and you're not just using it, the number 1 stark. All right. Now, let's say you know that you're going to be shading the sides of the face because you want to slenderize yourself more, or you're going to be shading the ears with a shading color, an actual shading color, all right, that you're going to create, like with the way I just explained. And say you want to shade under here because you've got, maybe a little double chin. Well, what you do is you want to prep that area by applying a darker shade of base only to that area. You don't apply your number 2, all right, your foundation color. You apply your foundation color only throughout the center of the face. Let's say you're trying to slenderize, okay? If you're trying to slenderize or you're trying to push your cheeks in, you're going to use your regular number 2, your regular shading, your foundation color that matches you through most of the center area of your face. Then you're going to take the darker foundation, all right, the number 3, and you're going to very, very lightly apply it on the sides, okay, under here, where you know you're going to eventually shade, all right? Now, that is called preliminary shading, and what that does is it helps to deepen that area with a slightly deeper foundation so that it will more readily blend with and make the actual shading color look more natural when you apply it eventually. All right? So, preliminary shading is simply taking a darker shade of base that you know is not going to create a shadow, but it is creating an area that is a little darker that will accept the shading color that you will eventually apply. Okay? That is preliminary shading.